Hey everybody, it's Sammy. We're here for MK's live feed. So here you go, everybody. Here's MK. Yay!
And the crowd goes wild.
See you later.
Oh, my boys. I just love them to pieces. They're so wild and crazy. Hey, Cheryl. Oh my gosh. All right, well, here we are, and we're just a few minutes late. Sorry about that, but we were grooming Sammy, just getting it brushed up a little bit for you guys. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome back to our weekly live feed. I can't believe, like, last night was Thursday, and Paul's like, so what do you have planned for your live feed this week? And I'm like, oh my gosh, tomorrow's Friday. Oh yeah, we got to do live feed. So it's been,
Just waving.
It's just waving.
Tells me to wave. So
Oh,
I'm waving.
okay. So it's been just kind of a catch-up week here in the studio for me, and you guys, honestly, it feels really good to be here quilting. I don't know, there's something about being here. It's like my happy place. I hear the machines humming, and it just, I think that's why sometimes I think about the ways in which my company has grown and expanded. But really, when it comes down to it, I just love being here, and I love quilting. It's just so much fun. Does the soul good, right? So it's been good to get caught up in the studio this week, but let's just cover a few things. Hey, Julie. Let's just cover a few things that we have on my short list for today, and then I got to get back to the quilting. That makes me happy. All right, so let's see. I had this first on my list, but I should have probably put it later on the list. We got word, Paul and I, as Handy Quilter retailers, we just got word yesterday afternoon, I believe it was, that Handy Quilter is extending their promotion for free shipping on new machine bundle packages that you purchase from now to the end of the month. Okay, so we actually are working with some people, and you know, if that kind of was like, oh, I thought I missed that one, but ooh, I might like to, you know, take advantage of that, just reach out to us. Yes.
Well, the next question is, are they going to have something else in August?
I
We
was gonna
really don't know until very late in July. So, you know, talk to us, we'll tell you what we know, but we really had no clue that this extension was coming, and they look at some crystal ball and some books and come up with things. So we'll do you as right as we can. If they want to give you an extra $400 shipping, we'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, so we had a question recently about, well, I saw this certain promotion at a quilt show I was at, and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. You guys, mostly these Handy Quilter promotions that I come to you and tell you about, that's exactly what they are. They're a corporate promotion of some manner, okay? And they go from a certain day to a certain day, and then they're done, unless they reach out to us and say, oh, we're extending it. So, you know, we as retailers are bound a little bit by Handy Quilter, actually, you know, a lot bit by Handy Quilter. But there's also things that we've talked about this before that we add to our machine sales, okay, especially with Pro Stitcher. You get a lot of things bundled into that in the way of training and support. So just always keep that in mind. And then when the Handy Quilter things come up, we will certainly share those with you, and we'll see what we can do.
And the biggest thing we've added is basically for our really good customers that have bought Melissa's videos, the first thing we do is go in there and we basically put a refund line. So every dollar you've spent on training videos will get credit back to you on a new machine purchase. So you can start buying videos, but when you do want to upgrade and go for the Pro Stitcher or something bigger, you're not wasting your money. So that's our way of our commitment to you to make sure you're going to get the best price. And so we bend the rules a little bit with Handy Quilter.
And so you guys, also part of that package that Paul's speaking about is new content that I will be coming out with, okay? So we either give you a year or two of new content of mine, depending on what range you buy in, and that leads me into my next thing on the list. So I am done with that quilt for the L-shaped corner connected borders, and I am going to make a really huge push this weekend, Saturday night and all day Sunday. I am planning to be editing that so that we can get that class out to you guys, okay? So that would be one of the things that new owners with us get. You know, they either get the new videos or they get a credit towards videos that they've already purchased, plus they get new content going forward. Plus they get a discount on a live training event if you catch me anywhere when I'm out and about. So that's another thing that we build in, which...
You may finish a sentence.
Oh, well, it leads me to my next topic on the list was my training event. So let's let Paul jump in.
Okay, well, and you guys can go online and look at the list, but you also get Samson. Well, you get Samson and me to help you out for that same period of time with all your computer stuff. So my rate right now is $35 an hour, but if you're buying a system with the Pro Stitcher, you know, you've got a computer nerd dedicated to you that's going to...
And isn't he a cute computer nerd? I'm lucky in that. I'm lucky in that respect, aren't I? That I pretty much have built-in tech services all the time. So you guys, there's a lot of stuff. The point of the moral of the story is there's a lot of added value stuff that we add into our machine sales. So we really hope that you'll consider us for those upgrades, for those new machine purchases. Tell your friends about us, and we are willing to go anywhere in the United States and help you out with a new machine purchase, okay? So back to my upcoming events. I am very soon going to be leaving for my Michigan, Minnesota, Indiana stint. I was just talking to a lady online from Michigan this morning, just telling her a little bit about my event up there. So there still is a couple of spots left in Michigan for my 2-day Pro Stitcher Sim style event. So if you're in Michigan and you're within driving distance of Kalamazoo, check it out on the website. All right. Back to video content. So you guys, I have mentioned this to you so many times that many days when I'm in here quilting, something will come up. Sometimes it's a question that was posted on a board, or sometimes it's just something that I'm working on. Well, today was kind of one of those days where those two things kind of converged. So I get a lot of questions when I post pictures of my layouts and quilts that I'm working on, is they're not quite getting the connection between how I do the layout and then how I get that beautiful layout to actually get stitched out on the quilt. Now, I'm not going to give all of it away for free because that is included in my for rent video. But today I just did a really quick a little bit of video and a little bit of screen capture to show you how I am taking a layout that I did and I'm plopping it down on this quilt that I have on Mcfinity that I'll just show you in a minute, okay? So if you're if you're losing that, there's a disconnect there, you're not exactly sure how that happens, just stay tuned. This is a really short YouTube video. It's not like it needs a whole bunch of editing or anything. I just need to do a little bit of convergence between the video that I did at the machine and the screen capture I did. I'll just whip it together and give you guys just a little sneak peek into how it makes it from point A to point B, okay? All right, so that's what I got planned for you. Just before I hopped on live, I was sitting over at my sewing desk, which is where my new HQ stitch machines are, and I was writing down my little list and my thoughts, and I just wanted to mention to you guys that, you know, we have become stitch retailers as well, and I have been sewing on both the 510 and the 710 pretty frequently here in the studio, and I am absolutely loving them. I have made the 510 my main sewing machine here in the studio. I just ordered up an acrylic insert for my big horn cabinet that I have. You know, the machine fits down in there and then it rises up, and so I just got a brand new acrylic insert, and I just absolutely love that 510. So if you are in the market for a new sewing machine, please reach out to me, and I would love to make that happen for you. Okay, let's talk a little bit about crews, and then I'm going to show you what's on the frames and get these boys on out of here so I can get some quilting done. Okay, so crews. Paul and I were just talking crew specifics right before we hopped on. Now, I don't have a whole lot of fresh updates from last week, but I can tell you this. We wanted to talk to you a little bit about the focus of what we want to do with this first cruise in 2019. We really want to make this a fun event where we can get to know and actually meet some of you, and you can get to spend time with us, and it doesn't have to be a big, huge investment.
seminar.
We don't want you to be stressed out coming on a cruise where you have to do all of this and all of that and this, get prepared for this and travel with your laptop if that's not what you want to do. So what we are planning for 2019 is the instructor that I told you about last week. She is committed to teaching, and this is going to be a piecing class. And I just wanted to show you one of the projects that could potentially be one of her classes is this pineapple pinwheel table runner. So this table runner is done using a Creative Grids ruler. And as you know, I've talked about Deb Heatherly several times. I think the pineapple pinwheel or the pineapple trim tool is not Deb's ruler per se, but she has developed some patterns using that ruler. Of course, she's got a whole bunch of her own rulers, her own patterns, and whatnot. So what Keisha, my friend Keisha, specializes in is working with Deb's patterns and her rulers. So this type of thing, a small project like this, is one of the offerings that we're thinking about. Now, just as I was thinking about that, keeping these projects small in nature, I was thinking about my own double wedding ring class that I've been teaching as I've been on the road this year. And again, I just picked up just a table runner version of my double wedding ring. And I really thought that something like this also could be kind of a very easy come and sew with MK on the evenings of the ship. We're going to have, 6 days at sea. Every day there's going to be a portion of the cruise where we are cruising. Now, we're going to be in port some days, but then we're going to leave and there's going to be time to sew. So we want you guys to keep in mind that, yes, you are my target audience. You're my Pro Stitcher with Sim Focus followers. And I am planning on the 2 at sea days, I am planning Pro Stitcher specific training that you can join me with, and we'll work through all of that. But along with what Keisha's offering and along with what I can offer, and maybe there's even some of you who are going to cruise with us who would just like to do a little make and take or a little demo on a really simple, something small, something crafty, sewing related. All right, so this is what we're planning for 2019. Now, for 2020, we want to make that maybe a bigger type of broader in scope, broader in teacher scope kind of a cruise. Okay, so we are working both of these simultaneously, but 2019, we want to keep it a little more low key. Okay, do I have that about right, Mr. MK?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, nothing else to add. So we really want you to join up with us. And you know what, you guys, we've got a good number of people booked for 2019 that don't even, they didn't even see any class like lists, and they've already signed up for us for 2019.
So, and bring your husbands. There are some inside secrets. I'm not giving any official certification training, but for those people that worry about what happens to my machine if something happens to it, I'm going to be giving some training type material so that you guys can keep your machines running and deal with certain problems and things like that. So I've seen a lot.
That's a little enticement there, huh?
Bring people along. I'll probably do that a couple times, and if nothing else, we'll just bring some good wine and sit around and chat. So
adult beverages.
Plenty of decks of cards too for those that don't quilt. Yes.
So you guys, I hope that you will still consider this for 2019. We just want to get away with you and have fun, build community. Paul and I, in other areas of our life, we're very pro community, okay? We like to know our neighbors. We like to be involved at church. I like to get to know the people in the plaza. Just the other day, I was talking with my mailman because I hadn't seen him in a few days. And he pushed the mail through the door, and I'm like, oh, wait, I ran to the door so that I can talk to him. Because I think, this world these days is so much about this. Right? It's so much about social media, and I'm the social media queen. I will flat out admit it. But you know what? We want to see you face to face, and we want to have fun face to face. We want to be on that cruise ship, and maybe Paul's phone's ringing. Maybe we don't want to sew right then. Maybe we want to head to the bar and do some karaoke, or head to the pool, or I don't know. So consider coming along with us just for that alone. Join our community. Get to know us a little bit. We get to know you a little bit, and it's going to be fun just doing all that while we're like vacationing on the high seas, right? Okay, let me show you what's on the frame. and then we'll get on out of here. So over here, I can't really show you the top because I didn't get permission. This is the back of a really super cute baby quilt that's got some minky fabrics on the front and really super, super cute. Oh, and on that one, so I don't do many bindings for my clients. Most of my clients bind their own quilts, but she wanted me to bind that for her, and I did that on my 510, and like, holy Moses, like fast. That thing is just so super fast. I love it. That HQ Stitch 510. Okay, over here is a super nice quilt that I'm working on. It's an attic window. And this is the one where I just stopped for a few minutes this morning and shot some video in front of that quilt, and then I did a little bit of screen capture for you so that you can see how it is that I take those bits and pieces from my layout and get it down on the quilt. All right, anything else, boys?
We're getting out of here. She likes her little cave
Yeah,
here.
like I close the blinds in the afternoon when the neighbors go home, and I crank the music up, and it's just, I just love it in here. Okay, you guys, thanks for joining. Consider cruising with us in 2019, and if you want to get in on that free shipping from Handy Quilter from now to the end of the month, my Fusion's still for sale. We got Thread Club. Pretty much we're fulfilling our Thread Club this month, but we'll ramp that up again next month. And if you're joining me in Michigan or Indiana, watch your email box because I sent out some information about that upcoming event. All right? Okay, you guys, thanks for joining us. And until next time, from my studio to yours, happy quilting. Bye-bye.
Bye.